Welcome to this video on English Idiomatic Expressions. Language goes beyond mere words and grammar. It's a treasure trove of vibrant and distinctive phrases that infuse our conversations with richness and depth. In today's journey, we'll explore some of the most intriguing and frequently employed idiomatic expressions in the English language. These expressions transcend language. They offer us glimpses into the culture and inventive spirit of English speakers. So, let's embark on this exploration of the linguistic gems that make English a truly captivating language. Okay, let's begin. English idiomatic expressions. Storm in a teacup. A minor problem that has been blown out of proportion. The idiom, storm in a teacup, refers to a situation where there is a great deal of fuss or excitement about something that is not important or significant. It implies that people are overly concerned or agitated about a trivial matter, blowing it out of proportion and creating unnecessary drama or conflict. Just as a storm in a small teacup would be a minor event, the expression highlights the contrast between the magnitude of the reaction and the actual importance of the issue. This idiom is often used to criticize or mock excessive emotional reactions or exaggerated conflicts that are not justified by the circumstances. Here are the usages of the idiom, storm in a teacup, in various contexts. Overreaction to minor issues. This situation occurs frequently in everyday life, such as when someone becomes overly upset or worried about trivial matters like a small mistake, a minor delay, or a simple misunderstanding. Exaggerated conflicts. People sometimes blow small disagreements or differences of opinion out of proportion, turning them into major arguments or conflicts that are disproportionate to the actual issue at hand. Unnecessary drama. This situation refers to scenarios where unnecessary emotions or dramatic reactions create tension or chaos over insignificant issues, leading to disruptions in personal or professional environments. Now, let's examine some examples of the idiom, storm in a teacup. Sarah's meltdown over a tiny scratch on her new phone was just a storm in a teacup. She forgot about it completely the next day. The argument between the neighbors about whose tree branch crossed the property line seemed like a storm in a teacup, when they realized it was just a few leaves. Mark's angry outburst about the office coffee machine being out of order was a classic example of a storm in a teacup. He overreacted to a minor inconvenience. The media's frenzy over the minor typo in the celebrity's tweet was blown out of proportion, turning it into a storm in a teacup. The heated debate during the meeting over the color of the new office carpet felt like a storm in a teacup, once everyone realized they had bigger decisions to make. For a better understanding and immersion, listen to the story to see how the idiom, storm in a teacup, is used in it. The stormy tea time. In the quaint town of Willowbrick, a local event planning committee was in a frenzy over the placement of tables at the upcoming tea party event. Jane, the committee head, observed the storm in a teacup brewing among the volunteers. Some argued fiercely about the traditional layout, while others insisted on a modern setup. Jane called for a break to diffuse the tension. During the break, Jane calmly addressed the storm in a teacup, emphasizing that the event's success hinged more on hospitality than table arrangements. Her words helped everyone refocus on the event's true purpose, fostering community spirit. As the volunteers resumed their tasks, they realized that their storm in a teacup was indeed over a trivial matter. Laughter and companionship replaced the earlier tension, and they worked harmoniously to create a delightful tea time experience for the entire town. On the day of the event, the town square bloomed with colorful decorations and the aroma of freshly brewed tea. Guests arrived to find a harmonious blend of traditional and modern table layouts, reflecting Willowbrick's spirit of unity and diversity. The success of the tea time gathering not only delighted the attendees, but also strengthened the bonds within the event planning committee, reminding them that sometimes, storms in teacups lead to the sweetest outcomes. In the questions section, you should think about what we've learned and recall the knowledge, so that you can answer the questions easily. So, read the questions and find the correct answer below. 1. What does the idiom, storm in a teacup, primarily refer to? A literal storm happening during tea time. B. Brewing tea in a small cup. C. Enjoying tea during a storm. D. Overreaction to minor issues. 2. Which scenario best represents a storm in a teacup situation? A major crisis affecting a company's operations. B. An argument over a minor mistake blown out of proportion. C. Celebrating success after overcoming a big challenge. D. Making a significant decision with careful consideration. 3. How do storms in teacups impact personal or professional environments? A. They lead to effective problem-solving strategies. B. They create unnecessary tension and chaos over minor issues. C. They result in major achievements and success stories. D. They foster healthy relationships and trust. 4. What can help prevent storms in teacups? A. Ignoring all problems and conflicts. B. Creating more dramatic situations for attention. C. Addressing minor issues calmly and rationally. D. Avoiding any form of emotional expression. As we conclude our exploration of English idiomatic expressions, I hope you've enjoyed this linguistic adventure. Idioms are the hidden treasures of any language, revealing the culture, history, and humor of its speakers. By understanding and using idioms, you not only become a more fluent communicator, but also gain insights into the soul of the English language. So, go ahead, break a leg, and start using these phrases to add richness and depth to your English conversations. Remember, learning idioms can be a piece of cake if you bite the bullet and practice regularly. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and until next time, happy idiom hunting!